Hey everybody, welcome back to Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. I am Bill, and we're going to check out two scenery fixes by Flightsimdude. These are amazing and important to me as someone who not only flies in the LA Basin, SoCal area, but also flies on Pilot Edge a lot. There is a gigantic lake. I've called it Lake Corona, but it is actually the Prado Reservoir basin that has been flooded. And we've talked about this a few times with various sceneries that they've taken flood data and actually made them flood. So where, you know, in SoCal it doesn't rain a whole lot, a lot of these riverbeds and dried up lakes and flood basins, reservoirs, all that stuff will be dry most of the time. But in the simulator, because they are charted as having water potentially at some point, they actually just have it flooded all the time, which is not the case. So what Flightsimdude has done is removed the flooded Prado basin reservoir, whatever you want to call it, next to Corona. So Corona Airport, which is where we're at right now, is a little mess of an airport, and it is totally flat here. So there's not really a whole lot of reasons to land here unless you just have to for whatever reason in the sim. But somebody that's good with 3D modeling, please fix Corona. This is so sad. But it was basically like an island surrounded by water. So Flightsimdude has fixed that, as well as fixed Big Bear. So we're going to take off from Corona. We're going to do a lap of the pattern, check out the updated scenery, and then we're going to go check out Big Bear and see how much he's cleaned that up. And we are on Pilot Edge, so we'll have ATC helping us out along the way. Lights, camera, action, cleared to the right. Corona traffic, Skyhawk 204, Lima Echo, departing runway 25. Left close traffic, Corona. Remaining. Yes, ForeFlight, I understand that. We don't need you to be yelling at us. Okay, so right away it looks like the surrounding trees look way better. Okay, full power. This is a very hazardous airport. It doesn't really have a great reputation of pilots using proper radio etiquette, and it can get quite busy. So we tend to avoid this airport if we can, but it does have cheap gas, and sometimes you just have to do what you got to do. And look at that. No more Lake Corona. That is so much better. Wow. Yeah. Oh, that is fantastic. And I think they've updated the trees as well. It looks like those are trees added in there. They've gotten rid of the like really goofy looking whoop, I think we're stalling. The really goofy looking like 3D photogeometry trees, which you can kind of see in there. But yeah, oh my god, that's fixed. That is so much better. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, now let's like not power on stall this poor little thing. And I guess really the point of me doing a closed traffic is because I want to. There isn't a point. But yeah, just to look at it from coming onto final at Corona, because it just looked so bad. I mean, the water was right up to the runway boundary, and you can see that the draw distance is kind of knocking out some of those placed trees, and you can see what it did look like previously when you would get closer even. Corona traffic, Skyhawk 204 Lima Echo, downwind, turning to final, runway 25, Corona. do a little dash cam video here. The water also extended all the way up to like Flaybob, so it didn't just affect the Prado Dam area. It backed up that river that goes all the way up to the El Cajon Pass. I mean, that's excellent right there. I mean, that's exactly what it looks like coming into Corona. So much better. It just was. I would have to look away. It was so bad. This whole area was just completely flooded, and God, that's so much better now. How the hell fast am I going? I'm like doing at least 90 right now. So we're gonna squeak it in here and then bust on out. Oh yeah. Yeah, some of my first pattern experience was here in the Piper 4 Foxtrot Golf, like a long time ago. So I've had a couple of rounds of pattern work here, and when it's not busy, it's fine. You know, just a lot of what makes this kind of a place to avoid is on the weekend, especially when it's just really busy and guys just come barreling in there, not making radio calls, and those are the kind of situations that we like to avoid. So excellent job, Flightsimdude, on fixing Lake Corona, fixing Corona Lake. It looks so much better, and that is exactly what that area needed. So that is excellent. Now let's go check out what Big Bear looks like. Let's tag up with SoCal. Corona traffic, Skyhawk 204 Lima Echo, exiting pattern, left down 125, Corona. Whatever. No one makes radio calls here ever, so that was beautiful. Nice radio call, Bill.
Hello. Hi.
Hey. Kung Fury, welcome. I wouldn't say I live close to Big Bear. By airplane, I live pretty close. 30 minutes. But driving, it's a couple hours.
350, taking November, SoCal departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 1000.
Climb and maintain 1000, 350, taking November.
Oh, right on, man. SoCal approach, good afternoon. Skyhawk 204 Lima Echo, 2000 climbing 9,500, 3 miles to the southwest of Paradise VOR.
For 204 Lima Echo, SoCal departure. Roger, I missed if you had a request.
Really good.
Or you just wanted me to know.
Really good.
Yeah, I'd like to pick up flight following to Big Bear 9,500, Skyhawk 204 Lima Echo. What's up, Cultivator?
Lima Echo, Squawk 2520.
2520. 2520, there we go. Okay. Tagged up. Tagged up.
0, taking November, turn right, heading 340.
340, 350, taking November.
Number 204 Lima Echo, radar contact 2 miles south of Paradise VOR, Ontario, altimeter 3003.
03 Skyhawk 204 Lima Echo, we do have information Zulu. Well, let me read to you what Flightsimdude has added here as we slowly make our way here. So more detailed shoreline for Big Bear, which is awesome. Also, the Stanfield Marsh has a more detailed shoreline. Stanfield Cutoff is now above water. Stanfield March Boardwalk is now more visible. Baldwin Lake is now dry. That's going back to what we said about the flooded areas back at Corona. That anything that's a flood area or a dry lake bed or a reservoir just immediately shows full. Irwin Lake is now dry. Same thing with that. Snow Summit is now lit up at night, so that's cool. Added the solar observatory. Awesome. Updated the biomes for the entire San Bernardino Mountain, so pine trees now grow in Big Bear, Lake Arrowhead, Lake Gregory, which is cool. Added scrub brush for the lake Irwin Lake area. A few black bears now live in the woods behind the Fawnskin, where there are frequent sightings. Awesome. The Highway 18 bridge at the dam is no longer baked into the scenery texture. Added the solar array behind the convention center, and lots of little fixes and improvements all over Big Bear. So that's awesome. This is Highway 18 coming along here. You can kind of see it cut out in the mountain. We're probably a little bit further out for that to draw in, but right now, I mean, look at how freaking awesome this looks. It just is gorgeous already, and we're not really seeing anything as part of the scenery as we're this far out, 10 miles out. Big Bear traffic, Skyhawk 204 Lima Echo, 10 miles to the southwest will be inbound for left traffic, runway 25 Big Bear. I think it's 25. 26. They knew what we meant. So the Highway 18 bridge is no longer baked into the scenery, so we'll see how that looks over at the dam. But just an unbelievable experience coming in here. We take off from John Wayne over Newport friggin' Beach, and then 30 minutes, 40 minutes later, closer to 40 plus in a 172, you're up in the mountains. God, it's pretty incredible. So like the usual kind of scenery tours that I like to do, I try not to make it about the scenery. It's more about the flying within the scenery. So, for example, we're not going to go look at the 3D model of the observatory. I'm not necessarily interested in the detail from that level. I'm more interested in how these sceneries impact the flying experience, because to me that's what it's about. Like I never understood some of the sceneries. There were a few in X-Plane where they would model like the interior of terminal buildings at airports, and like I'm never gonna get that close. Like, who cares? So it's really, to me, more about the feeling of the added detail that you get in an area that has a scenery, or at an airport that has a scenery. Does it feel real? Does it feel like the lived-in area that it's trying to replicate? And so far, I mean, this looks amazing. You can see that the shoreline is a lot more better defined than it was before. A lot of these docks and everything were underwater and not showing up. So, I mean, this already looks super crisp. Yeah, Russ, I've been to Big Bear. I think we've been 4 times now. Oh, yeah, that looks way better. That looks way better. Yeah, there's the observatory. Oh, man, that's awesome. That is awesome. I really like that. Yeah, it looks crisp, and it's the sim has a really hard time procedurally doing shoreline stuff, and distinguishing between what's water and what's shore. And this is like cleaned up really nice. There's the observatory. Big Bear traffic, Skyhawk 204 Lima Echo, 8,000 descending. We're mid-lake South Shore, left downwind 26 Big Bear. Yeah, I mean, it just looks so cleaned up and really crisp, and wow, that's awesome. That is, I was actually a little bit kind of wondering how much better it could actually look, because it did look really nice to begin with, but dude, I gotta say that this is significantly better. Yeah, even from the inside, like I'm seeing a lot more. It's just crisp. It just looks a lot better. And not that we would want to be flying up here at night at all, but that's cool. It's all lit up. Ski slopes are lit up. Good Lord, not doing this at night. Yeah, even right there, like that, like the whatever you want to call. Oh, I don't know what that is, but the little bridge there, that looks way better. Wow. Yeah, just the shoreline alone makes it look a million times better, a million times more crisp. This is really, really cool. Big Bear traffic, Skyhawk 204 Lima Echo, midfield, left downwind, runway 26, touch and go, left close traffic, Big Bear. So obviously we wouldn't be doing a touch and go in real life, but we're gonna do it anyway. At least I'd have to check the ADF. I'm assuming that they don't want you doing pattern work here. I wouldn't anyway, but I'm sure that they've got that written in there somewhere. This looks freaking fantastic. Don't want to overfly the school here. Yeah, this is awesome. This is really awesome. Yeah, the altitude is definitely something that you want to be prepared for if you've never done high altitude flying, and we don't get to do it a whole lot. This is really the only airport locally that is kind of a high altitude airport, and we're super high. Speaking of high altitude, I am 1,500 feet too high right now, but it is extra dangerous when it's hot out, and it does get hot here. So that's the density. Altitude is really the big concern in terms of planning a flight in the summer here, and clouds would be what you'd look out for in the winter. It is an airport that almost every flight school, rental, club place will make you do a checkout for, because of the unique hazards of mountain flying. But this is just amazingly beautiful. I'm going to have to slip it like crazy to get down because we're so high. Like really, really high. Coming in on final here, like you're really close to these trees. Let's see if I can slow this thing down enough. Kansas right now has a density altitude of negative 4,100. That's
1 mile
awesome.
final runway 26.
That's awesome. Big Bear traffic, Skyhawk 204 Lima Echo, mile final 26, touch and go. Left close traffic, Big Bear.
500.
We're getting down pretty good. I haven't even had to initiate a slip, but look at how awesome this looks. I mean, this is clean. This is really crisp with the trees and the boundaries of the airport, with Josue's updated Big Bear scenery. This looks just freaking awesome. My altimeter was apparently really off because we're like showing 400 feet higher on the altimeter than we actually are. Nice. That was nice. All right, now we're gonna punch it. Is mountain flying checkout an endorsement? Does it travel to other airports? Yeah. So Russ answered it there. Yeah, it's per flight school. If you're renting a plane, and it's going to depend on your area too. There might be some airport that they'll want to do a checkout with you if it's a short runway or has obstacles or has some unique hazard that is specific to that airport. And Catalina and Big Bear are the two airports in SoCal that do have unique challenges and dangers. Man, look at how freaking good this looks. Oh my god, this looks so good. Hey, thank you, Chemex. It's nice to have to, you know, even though we're distracted by scenery, to have a nice landing every once in a while. Yeah, this thing is not wanting to climb out. It's our airspeed. Oh yeah. Ooh yeah. Not good. Not good. I also don't know what our what the correct altimeter setting is right now. But this looks. Oh, this is giving me chills. This is really giving me chills. How good this looks. God, that's awesome. That is awesome. So the Flightsimdude, thank you so much for amazing updates. Very, very needed. I mean, I didn't think that, I honestly didn't think that Big Bear needed it as badly as it clearly does. Because this is, I mean, this is like hub airport levels of cool. You know, if you've got a, you know, for sure on Pilot Edge, but also if you have a flight sim economy or on air or whatever, and you can have a base of operations to do some missions out of, this is super cool spot to do it from. A challenging, fun airport to make it back into every time, and for it to look this good, oh my god. We're looking good. Oh, we're looking good. I love it. I just can't stop looking. I mean, I am an in the cockpit simmer. I want to be inside. I want to look as if I'm looking in the plane. But it's kind of hard to do that here because it looks this good. Havoc Blast. Happy Monday. Look at that. Is that freaking sweet or what? So I don't know if it's just I'm not seeing this right or whatever, but pattern altitude 7,500 feet. I'm at 8,000 now, and I'm looking at it. It's showing correct on the altimeter versus my GPS altitude. God, that seems so low. You know, VR is a lot of fun. I enjoy streaming too much, and I enjoy interacting with ForeFlight and having, you know, just not being in a VR headset. Flight sim with a VR headset is absolutely astounding, but I like doing this more. It is amazing, but I do like this more, I think. Big Bear traffic, Skyhawk 204, Lima Echo, left downwind 26, all the way to final, Big Bear. And so this is 1,000 feet above pattern altitude, and I feel like this is pretty low. But I do have some footage from when we were up there a couple weeks ago, and this might actually be accurate. Yeah, but Shaq, see, because I stream and I'm constantly looking at the stream and the chat and everything, it would be moving around a little bit too much. I kind of like just having the static view. I've watched some streamers that have like track IR and stuff, and it is actually kind of nauseating when it's constantly moving around. It might be better, you know, just solo. But yeah, I think it's a little bit. It's not as good of a viewer experience from what I've experienced. Yeah, I think that pattern that I did, the first pattern, was just too high. This seems. That actually looked a little bit better. It feels a lot lower than it does in real life, I think, in the sim. For whatever reason. Usually that's not the case. Whoa, missed it almost. Got it. Just cook the brakes. All right, so there you go. Flightsimdude, fantastic work.